Hi, and welcome everyone, movie synopsis here. Today I am going to explain the American romantic comedy film Trainwreck. Spoilers alert, watch out, and take care. In the opening scene, Gordon is telling his two daughters, Amy and Kim, that he and their mother are divorcing because monogamy isn't realistic. The kids seem to like and agree with his dad as they nod their heads. His dad makes them believe that love is a good thing, but with one person and the right person. 26 years later in the present day, the adult Amy Schumer is hooking up with a random guy. She asks him to go down on her, which he does, and after which Amy immediately pretends to fall asleep. We see a montage of her life and hooking up with lots of guys, even though she's sort of already dating Steven John Cena. She wakes up one morning in Staten Island, the guy tells him that he has a total crush on her. She feels uncomfortable and has to take the ferry back to New York in full walk of shame mode. Amy gets back to her life. She works at Snuff, a snarky men's magazine. She is working on an article and works for a magazine. After telling her co-worker Nikki Vanessa Bayer about last night, she goes into a work meeting where her boss Diana Tilda Swinton asks for pitches for new articles. One of her co-workers pitches an article about a sports doctor, Aaron Connors Bill Hader. Amy makes fun of the idea, saying sports are stupid and she thinks anyone who cares about them is a lesser person. Diana thinks that Amy's take on the article will be the most interesting and assigns the article to her, despite the fact that she doesn't even want it. Amy goes to her father's house to help her sister Kim Brie Larson pack the place up. Apparently, Gordon has multiple sclerosis and has just been moved into an assisted living home. Kim is married to Tom Mike Birbiglia and has a stepson, the dorky Alistair, who annoys Amy like crazy as she's not good with kids. Kim resents their dad because he slept around, was a drunk, and wasn't a good father, plus he cheated on their mom for no clear reason. Next, Steven and Amy are in the bed an intimate moment. Steven loves Amy, but she uses Steven for her sexual needs. She always hooks up with him but does not really love him. After that, Amy goes to see his dad in a nursing home. Her dad is arguing with his colleagues. Amy tells his dad to be easygoing with people around him, but he acts rude. Amy goes to meet Aaron to set up their interview schedules and meets his best friend, LeBron James. That night, Amy goes on a date with Steven. He's upset that she's drunk, and their loud conversation gets him into a fight with the other moviegoers. Amy goes outside to smoke a joint, and when she comes back, Steven asks her who are all the guys on her phone. They go outside where Amy admits she sleeps with other guys. Steven is hurt since he thought they were exclusive. He wants to have a family with her and make her his CrossFit queen. All Amy can say is that she's too stoned and asks if she can leave. Steven tells her she's not a nice person and leaves, crushed. The next morning, Amy gets brunch with Kim, and after Kim doesn't have a mimosa, she realizes she's pregnant. They go to Gordon to tell him, and he's thrilled to have finally a grandchild, which makes Kim angry since she says Alistair is his grandchild. Gordon says Alistair isn't really his grandchild, and after he and Amy make fun of the kid together, Kim leaves as she looks furious. She says Amy always takes Gordon's side. Amy is interviewing Aaron at his sports facility. She's testing out a treadmill body imaging suit, running when she gets a text from Kim saying she wants to move Gordon to a cheaper facility. Amy asks to slow down the treadmill and starts to have a full panic attack. Aaron coaches her breathing and calms her down and suggests they get food. They bond over dinner. He compliments her writing, she learns about his family. And after some drinks, they get in a cab to leave. Aaron tells the driver 2 stops, but Amy corrects him. 1 stop. Aaron's eyes widen. They go to his place and sleep together, and Amy breaks her rule by staying the night where they share an intimate moment. The next day, Amy tells Nikki about what happened. She explains how they started getting close to each other and ended up making intimate moments. All of a sudden, Aaron calls Amy to ask if they can see each other again. Amy panics and tells him they'll talk about it at the interview. She and Nikki decide she has to end it. Meanwhile, LeBron is excited for Aaron. He hasn't dated anyone in 6 years. Amy goes to watch Aaron perform surgery as she pukes while watching to Uptown Girl, his favorite song, and afterward tries to politely break things off, but he won't let her. He thinks they like each other and should date. She's dumbfounded, and then Amy gets a phone call that her dad had a fall. Aaron drives her to the home where Aaron stitches up her dad's cut and impresses him with his sports knowledge. Aaron and Amy begin dating and fall for each other. Both of them are nervous. Amy is worried she's going to screw it up, but Kim tells her she's just finally doing what everyone else does. Amy goes with Aaron to a charity slam dunk contest LeBron is hosting. There are guys doing crazy trampoline dunks, and the Nick City dancers perform. Amy makes fun of them for being like strippers. LeBron confronts Amy and asks her what her intentions are with Aaron. Confused, she assures him they're fine. Later, Amy goes to see Gordon, and he disapproves of her relationship with Aaron. She's upset, wondering why he can't support her, and he says he knows she's just like him. She can't have a stable relationship. Amy leaves angry, not talking to her dad for a while. Aaron goes with Amy to Kim's baby shower. Tom makes a comment to Aaron about how Amy sleeps around that unnerves him. Meanwhile, Amy can't stand the ridiculous hoity-toity women at the shower and deliberately grosses them out with tales of her sexcapades. A couple of days later, Kim calls her. Amy starts to apologize for the shower when Kim tells her Gordon has died. He was hoarding his meds. At the funeral, Amy gives a speech. She knows Gordon offended everyone. She says, "Raise your hand if my dad ever offended you," but then says she loved him more than anything. "Raise your hand if he was also one of your favorite people." After the funeral, she and Kim get into a big fight. Amy says Kim didn't even like Gordon anyway. Aaron tells her he loves her, but Amy can't believe he would pick today of all days to say that. Meanwhile, at work, Diana tells Amy they're cutting the Aaron story because it was boring. In the next scene, a beautiful award show is shown where Aaron is receiving a prestigious award at a luncheon, and he also brings Amy with him. Amy gets a call and starts talking on the phone. She drinks too much and leaves to take a phone call from Diana during his speech. She is outside when arrives. Aaron sees that and starts arguing with her. They come to the apartment, where he finds her smoking pot outside and is upset. They continue arguing at her apartment, and Aaron thinks they shouldn't go to bed in this disgusting mode, so Amy lets him have it, keeping him awake all night ranting and raving, even though the next day is Aaron's big surgery on Mars Stoudemire. Aaron shows up at the hospital, and he seems completely out of it, and he panics and cancels the surgery. Aaron goes home and tells Amy that they need to take a break. He tells her that I postponed the surgery due to no sleep last night. Amy is hurt. She reacts by telling him that they can just break up because the article was cancelled anyway. He tells her you win and leaves. Amy returns to her train wreck ways and goes out drinking at a bar with her co-workers, including the intern Donald aka Ezra Miller. He invites her back to his place, and their bizarre sexual encounter is interrupted when his mom enters, screaming he's 16. After nearly committing statutory rape, Diana fires Amy, but does tell her she was wrong about the article and thinks it's quite good. Aaron is moping all day in his apartment until LeBron calls telling him he's been hurt. Aaron rushes over to find an intervention for him consisting of LeBron, Matthew Broderick, Chris Evert, and Marv Albert. They tell him he's always been afraid of opening up and needs to make things right with Amy, but Aaron insists Amy, and he is over. Amy goes to Kim to mend fences after their fight. After she tells Kim everything that's happened, she explains everything and gets emotional. Kim is taken aback by that and tells her maybe it's time to change. Amy looks at the painting of Kim's stepson. Amy asks about the painting, to which he replies that the side room in the painting is for you and Aaron. Amy tells him that we are not together anymore. The kid insists her that she should get together with Aaron. Amy smiles and says yes to the kid. The Kim's family hug each other with real smiles. Amy takes all her shit, including bottle of wines, drugs and other stuff. She gives it all away to the guy in the street. She then goes and pitches her Aaron story at Vanity Fair, who end up publishing it. She sends the article to Aaron and he smiles. He successfully performs the surgery on Amrit and attends Amra's first game post-op. After the game, Aaron is called to the court, where the Nick City dancers perform with Amy front and center. She hilariously knows about 80% of the moves and can't quite do them exactly the same as the dancers. Included in the songs is Up Down Girl. She is seen dancing with the cheer girls in her stunning outfit, making Aaron impressed. For the grand finale, the slam dunk guys come back and Amy races and jumps off the trampoline to make a dunk and immediately face plants. Aaron rushes over to see if she's okay, and she tells him she was trying to show him and she wants to make it work. She finally tells him sorry and that she loves him, and they kiss in that moment, which is shown all over the Jumbotron.